Spirit fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. So in my meditation today, I was sort of guided to really inquire about the upcoming energies that is going to be coming on the 21st of December. Now, if you actually follow spirituality and you follow a lot of other people, they're probably all talking about the same thing, about a new form of awakening that is coming and is going to hit humanity on the 21st of December. And I know that I have done a few channelings where the angels of love have spoken about this, and they've spoken about it in perspective to unconditional love and how we are going to be experiencing a massive awakening. And so in my meditation today, I just sort of asked for a little bit of guidance, a little bit more clarity. And so that is what we are going to be doing today. So what you will actually see is I'm going to be talking to you about some of the information that came through during my meditation. I'm also going to draw a few cards to sort of see what the energy is going to be when that energy shift comes in on the 21st of December. And then after all of that, you are going to see a live channeling. I felt like I really needed to bring in the entity. I'm not quite sure who it's actually going to be. It'll either be the Angels of Love or the Ascended Masters. We're going to leave it open to see just who comes through to provide us with that guidance and that information. So for those of you that are new, my name is Eileen. I am an intuitive coach, a spiritual advisor, and an angel communicator. We appreciate every single one of you that are here and wanting to join the Spirit fam. So we welcome you and we thank you so much for being here. All we can truly ask is that you give us a like, please subscribe down below, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I drop new content. All right, let's get into today's message. So during my meditation today, I really wanted to ask for clarity. I wanted to ask for a little bit of guidance, what kind of information that I could actually provide you regarding the new energy shift that's coming in on the 21st of December. That's actually the week of Christmas. So sort of what I got is, and if you watched my new moon reading, I talked about massive awakening and I talked about dark night of the soul experience. So let me sort of explain what the angels and the Ascended Masters have told me about this massive energy shift that's happening. So back in, I want to say August, or maybe it was early in May, I did a channeling with a few close friends, and Archangel Metatron came through, and he talked about a new paradigm energy shift that was going to be happening towards the end of 2020. And what he said was that it was going to be a paradigm shift, and it was also going to be a planetary shift. I am not a astrology buff. I don't really follow a lot of astrology. I follow enough to know stuff about new moons, about full moons, about Mercury retrograde, but I am not an astrology buff. But from what I gathered in this actual channeling was that it was going to be a huge shift that would literally realign humanity onto a higher vibrational frequency. Now, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I have spoken a lot, and a lot of the channelings that have come through have been about leveling up. They've been about your point of attraction, really being very clear about tuning into what it is you're truly desiring and providing you with the tools on how to do that. And that is what this energy shift is really about. A lot of us had many plans. We had lots of visions for 2020. And February came around, and all of a sudden we were sort of just hit with, or bombarded in some sense, with something that came out of the blue that we actually have no idea how it's even lasted this long. And when that actually hit, what happened was that shifted a lot of energy in humanity, where they really started thinking about what is really important. What do they really value? Do they truly believe the things that they're believing? Do they truly feel that they're worthy of having something better or having something more? Now, I will tell you that myself, I was one of those where I was just doing the normal, 9 to 5, working in corporate America, not really truly following my passion, not really truly, doing what I'm gifted at and what I love to do. And it wasn't until February when Archangel Metatron stepped up and he said, your time of rest is over. It is time that you get to work. Humanity needs you, and we need you to be the voice and be our voice and share the message. And so that is what really pushed me into creating this YouTube channel and doing a lot of these readings and starting my own coaching business. Now, on this YouTube channel, I've not really talked a lot about my coaching, but I will be. I have to let you know that 2021 is going to bring a lot of amazing content that I have just brainstormed on that, the angels really want me to share. And I am more than willing to share that with you. So I'm so excited about that. But in my meditation today, I got a beautiful image of 2 blue illuminated entities. And it almost sort of reminds me of the movie Avatar, because if you just remember what those beings actually look like, that's sort of what my vision provided me. And what it showed me was 2 entities kissing. Now, in a previous channeling, the archangels, or I believe it was the angels of love, when they came through, they stated that this energy shift at the end of the year was really going to shift people's belief on unconditional love, and that we were going to view love in very different ways. And so what I actually gathered from my meditation and from other previous channelings where they've spoken about this massive energy shift is that humanity is leveling up. There are a lot of people right now in today's society that are truly awakening, and they have no idea. It is sort of like it's happening in the background, and there are some people that are aware of it, and then there's some people that are just like brand new and they're so confused and they don't understand what's going on. And so they're starting to reach out to coaches, and they're starting to reach out to spiritualists and, tarot readers and all of this stuff. And it's because they're feeling the energy shift that's happening within them, and they don't understand what's going on. And there are certain people in the planet who, or within humanity, who have already begun that process, but not everybody. We still have some people that are majorly resistant to any kind of change that is not within the old shifts of the old paradigm. And so the energy shift that's going to be coming in on the 21st is going to be a paradigm shift. And what that means is that our beliefs, our old behaviors, any kind of old traditions that we might have brought from our ancestors and sort of hold dear to them, that is going to shift. Our belief in them is going to shift. And the old ways of tradition and the old ways of thinking are basically melting away. They're dying away. And so with this actual meditation, with these 2 entities kissing, what I heard was love. People, you have some people that get together in a form of a union or in a form of a partnership, in a romantic partnership, where they get together because they're not truly in love with the person, but they're together for superficial reasons. And it's usually what tends to cause a lot of problems, which is one of the reasons why there is such a very high divorce rate right now, because people are not really connecting heart to heart anymore. They're connecting for their own reasons, superficially. They're not truly seeing people for who they are. And they're usually just going with people because that's what they feel, not really truly recognizing that certain people come into your life to teach you certain experiences and certain lessons to help you level up, okay? So what I really heard in my meditation today was people are going to fall in love with other people's energy. So it's no longer going to be a superficial attraction. It's no longer going to be a lust attraction or a sexual attraction. That you will still have that sexual attraction, but it's mostly going to be the energy. You are going to see opposites attract more than ever. You are going to see people that you would never believe would actually date each other or be with each other that are actually going to come together in union. And it's because you are falling in love with new energy. People are going to be shifting into a new form of awakening, a new form of enlightenment. And it's almost as if we are all going to be shifting collectively. Now, there are light workers such as myself and other spiritual people who have really been knowing about this for a while and have really been working on elevating themselves. And I am going to be doing a video that's going to talk a lot about the dynamics of soul contracts, soul mates, and twin flames. But we're not going to get into that today. The other thing you can expect with this energy shift is massive transformation. Now, you're going to notice, and what I actually got was a picture of a butterfly. It was a sort of a caterpillar, and then it transformed into a butterfly. This sort of reminds me a lot of a dark night of the soul experience, where you start off in one form and you transform into another form. That is really what is going to be happening. That massive energy shift is really going to sort of restructurize your DNA, your electric neuro waves that are going on in your brain, and you are going to activate your light body. Now, if you are not familiar with DNA, you know, most DNA of what we know of is that it is a 2-helix DNA. And what is actually going to transpire in this massive shift is that we are going to transform our light bodies, or our Merkaba, which is a spirit and a light body, and we're going to shift it into a 12-helix DNA, which aligns with the 12 chakras of the body that are going to help connect you not only to the crystalline grid here within the earth, but also connect you to the higher levels of consciousness and the stellar gateway that aligns you to God's source and all. Now, I know that this is probably a lot of very large words. I do actually have a chakra class that I teach. I teach about the crystalline grid and the 12 chakras along with the stellar gateway. So look down below in the description for a link to my website for more information on that. And basically what I heard was, welcome to your divine essence. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I speak a lot about your true divine essence. And really what that is that recognizing that you are a light being. You are made in the likeness of God, and that which is of light, and that which is within the universe, the stars, the solar system, everything. You are a light being. And so this massive shift on the 21st of December is going to shift you directly into that true essence of who you truly are at the core, helping you understand that all of the experiences, all of the lessons that you've gone through, all of the people that you've come into contact with have helped you become a stronger, better version, more aligned with your true essence of who you are at the center, which is within your heart center. So that is what I sort of picked up on my meditation. And what I really want to focus on now is I want to draw a few tarot cards to really get an idea of what is the theme for this massive shift. I really want to see what is the theme for this massive shift. Now, you know that I usually pre-shuffle my cards, but I have not pre-shuffled them. I used them earlier today when I was actually drawing my own cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly shuffle these cards. And I am filming in my living room, my newly renovated living room. I'm so excited, and you can see our small Christmas tree right back behind me. I also have a Christmas tree in my bedroom because Christmas is my favorite time of year. I just love it. I just wish that I lived somewhere that was a little bit more colder where we could actually see snow. That would be awesome. All right, so we're gonna pre-shuffle here. And what we're gonna do is we want the angels and the ascended masters to provide us with more insight on this massive energy shift that is happening on the 21st of December. So, angels, ascended masters, we call upon you at this time, and we ask that you please give us guidance on this massive shift that is happening on the 21st of December. What information can you provide us? What information can you provide us about the energy shift for the 21st of December? What information can you provide us for this energy shift on December the 21st? Okay. What information can you provide us? Beautiful. What information can you provide us for this energy shift? Beautiful. All right, so to start off with, we have the Eight of Cups. We have, okay, the Two of Pentacles. It came out sideways, came out like this. So I'm gonna quickly ask, do we want it reversed or do we want it upright? Reversed, we want it reversed, okay. And the Six of Wands, beautiful. Now we have the King of Wands that flipped over. All right, two more. What can you tell us about? Okay. Well, that was the quickest shuffle ever. All right, do we want this Queen upside down or do we want it upright? Upright. Okay, all right. So here is what we have. We have the Eight of Cups that is clarified by the King of Wands. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups, okay, with the King of Wands, okay? And so what this really tells me is that the Eight of Cups truly speaks about walking away. So we are leaving behind the old aspects of who we are in order to allow us to bring in new enlightenment. I absolutely love this, okay? So here with the Eight of Cups, what we actually see is she is walking away. She is leaving everything behind her and walking towards a risen or a new cup that is right here with the sun. Sun truly represents happiness, okay? The King of Wands really speaks about entrepreneurship. It speaks about confidence. It speaks about deep embroiled passion and leadership and being the leader of the pack. It also speaks about good fortune. I love that we have the King of Wands really coming up with the Eight of Cups, because this is really telling me that this energy shift is really going to allow us to walk away from the things that no longer serve us in order to bring in something new in our horizon that is going to truly enlighten us and help us become more of that light being, okay? We then have the Two of Pentacles in reversed, okay? Now that really tells me when the Two of Pentacles is reversed, that means that there's just a lot of chaos. There's so much going on and we can't balance it all. So we're missing things. Us as a whole, we are truly missing the bits and pieces that are not really allowing us to truly sort of align with our true essence. And we have the Queen of Pentacles right underneath the Two of Pentacles. Now, this really tells me that Pentacles really talks about material resources, and it talks about everything here on earth. And what I find very interesting with this is that in a lot of my meditations, I've really sort of heard that, you know, the planet Earth is on a 5D, it's on a 5D energy, okay? Most of humanity is either in a 3D reality or they're in a 4D, and some have shifted to a 5D. And this massive shift, what it's actually going to do is it's going to basically shift everybody into a 5D reality, which is one of the reasons why the Ascended Masters and Archangel Metatron have spoken a lot about your point of attraction. Because your point of attraction is really about the things that you focus upon, you bring upon in your life. And if you are not really focused, if you've got so much going on around you and you're not able to truly focus, now notice how this is the physical and this is the spiritual. If it is so out of alignment, then you will not be able to truly align with your divine essence. So this massive energy shift is going to basically make it upright so that people can rise to their true divine essence. And it brings in the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles really speaks about someone that is really into their intuition and someone who knows that they are abundant, they are prosperous, they are provided for. So this is really going to help us remember that there is more than enough to go around, and our mentality of lack or not enough is no longer serving us for where we're trying to go in a 5D reality. Because in a 5D reality, we are prosperous, abundant beings who have everything that we need in order for us to succeed, okay? Now, we then have the Six of Wands, okay, with the Ten of Swords. Now, a lot of times when people look at the Ten of Swords, in the traditional tarot, the Ten of Swords is pictured with a man and 10 swords sticking in his back, and he's bleeding to death, okay? I love the imagery in this Ten of Swords because it all depends on how you read. And I'm an intuitive reader. So when I see the Six of Wands, what I truly see is humanity is being successful in this new transition and energy shift that's coming in on the 21st. It is going to help us be illuminated. It is going to help us become more in alignment with our true essence of who we are. And we'll be able to shine a light on who we really are, and we'll be okay. The Ten of Swords really speaks to me about someone who has basically trusted in themselves, is now trusting in the divine, is trusting in their higher aspects, because they've now moved on to better horizons, to newer sunshine. So that is what the tarot has for us. I am going to draw 2 oracle cards. I want to see what comes up. And as I mentioned, after this, you are going to see a channeled message. So let's see. This is going to be from the Colette Baron Reed Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I want to see what additional information is going to come through for us. I do love this message that we have right now for this new energy shift. Now, if you're into numbers, which I am, We have an 8, a 2, and a 6, and a 10. Those numbers, you cannot make them up. So that's, yeah. All right. So let's see, what additional messages do the angels and the ascended masters have for us regarding this new energy shift on the 21st of December? What additional information do the angels and the ascended masters have for us on the 21st of December? What additional resource, what additional information? Whoa. Okay, here we have time to go. I love this. It's number 45, which reduces down to a 9. Now, this really speaks about our journey, our evolution here on the planet, and this energy shift that's coming. She is on this wooden path, and it's leading her to a new doorway, right? A new doorway to success. I sort of get the feeling that many of us are going to be shifting into this. We're all going to be shifting, kicking and screaming, whether we want to or not. I really feel that. So what additional information do you have for us regarding this energy shift that is coming on the 21st of December? What additional, thank you. All right. Beautiful. Okay, we have mending in reverse. Okay, and what mending in reverse usually tells me is that this massive energy shift is really going to heal all of the things that you've been carrying with you, whether it's ancestral or not. You're going to be mending that. You're going to be healing that. You know, a lot of light workers, and it's amazing to me how many times people will actually ask me, will tell me how amazing it is that I can do this and that I have great insight, and that my life must be amazing. But what most people don't really realize is that when you're a light worker and you do this for a living, you go through some of the hardest experiences, the harshest lessons, and it either makes you or it breaks you, quite honestly, because you make an oath to live and to serve humanity. And so a lot of times you take on contracts that is to help heal ancestral wounds that have been carried on for generations and generations. So this mending is really going to be about healing, stitching up all these old wounds, and really allowing you to heal the bonds between, you know, previous relationships, previous contracts, ancestral wounds, even our deep wounded healer. And it's really going to help us shift into that new awakening and enlightenment of our true divine essence. So that is what the cards have to tell us. And now let's get into the channeled message. We are ready.
Hello. Who are we speaking with today?
Archangel Metatron. A great awakening is upon the planet. There are many people within humanity right now that are shifting. They're already shifting into their great awareness that allows them to expand their consciousness and their awareness into that which is beyond what they see in the physical. The planetary shift and alignment that is occurring in your time frame of December 21st is that where humanity connects most to their true essence, to their true being, to their true light body. This planetary shift is also a paradigm shift. It is shifting people's beliefs, perceptions, thoughts, realities, and their consciousness. It all coincides with their evolution on this planet. There are many who have already begun this transition. They began quite sooner than others because their guidance is needed to help others achieve their success in their awakening and evolution. This past year has been very illuminating to many people on this planet. Things are changing. Many people have experienced massive change. Change in what they once knew, change in who they thought they once were, and change in what they now want to accomplish or become in this planet. People's thoughts and beliefs are changing to that higher vibrational frequency that aligns more with the planet of a 5D reality, a 5D realm. Much of humanity is still in a 3D mind frame. They still believe in the old ways, the old traditions, the old beliefs, and the old perspectives. It is what they have grown to believe throughout time. But now begins a new time, a time of when humanity must make a choice. Do they remain where they are in their beliefs, in their traditions? Or do they shift into a greater, higher understanding and learn to elevate their perspectives, their perceptions, their thoughts? When humanity goes through an awakening, they become more aware physically, mentally, and emotionally on things that they cannot understand nor do they see. They begin to feel inklings and gut instincts and feelings begin to kick in, where their intuition becomes heightened. They begin to understand and see the synchronicities of how their thoughts and those that they become energetically connected to create certain things that happen in their life. They soon begin to grow interest in things that they never once understood nor they cared for. But now they have a great desire to expand their own way of thinking, their own consciousness. And as they expand on this, they become more and more aware that they are not who they once thought they were, that they are more, that they have a greater understanding, that there is so much more than they could possibly even imagine for themselves. They begin to believe and envision greater things for themselves. They begin to build dreams and goals and passions. They come alive. This massive awakening is to help humanity tune in to their divine essence of who they are, who they truly are, beyond the shell that they see in the mirror. Part of this shift is to help humanity grow. It is to help them transition. Many people must shed old layers of who they once thought they were in order to become who they need to become, who they know they can become. There is so much pain. Humanity carries pain, great deals of pain. But the experience of going through the pain was never meant for you to harness it and to hold on to it. It was meant for you to observe, to go through the experience, and to learn that you must transmute it, grow from it, grow from the experiences, the situations, the individuals that you come into contact with in life. This massive awakening is like flipping a switch. For those where it's been dormant for so long, because their beliefs are so ingrained in what they've been taught to believe, this is required. Almost as if it's a mainframe switch. To cleanse out that which is stubborn and to make way for newer growth and expansion. We understand that everyone's experience with this shift will be different, and there will be those that will get to choose, and they may choose to not move in alignment with their truest intention or purpose in this life. There is no right or wrong way. Not everyone will understand it, and not everyone will do what is required of them. That is part of the experience. It is part of the journey. It is part of the evolution of your growth as a human. The best thing for humanity right now is to truly just be aware. Be aware of where you are in your life. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that come up. That which does not feel it is in alignment with you comes up because you are meant to do something with that. You are meant to understand it at a deeper level. You are meant to recognize it and learn from it, grow. You are meant to understand its opposite and why it is you are experiencing those emotions in the present moment. If you want something different in your life, you must work for it. You must tune into your point of attraction and be clear about what it is you are desiring. Many people will experience great change with this shift. And this change is divinely guided. For some, it will feel like drastic change. But understand and know that this change is needed. It is needed to push you in the direction where you must go, because there is something that you are meant to do here in this lifetime. Many of the light workers on this planet have done their work, and they still continue to evolve and grow. Their learning never ends. They are always growing and expanding, understanding things at deeper levels. Humanity often has this perception or this belief that they are meant to do magnificent things. They have these dreams and these visions of being specific. And there is nothing wrong with dreaming. We encourage it. We encourage you to envision that which you truly desire. And the more that you hone in on that energy, the more you will attract it to you in many ways and many forms. But the greatest misunderstanding in humanity is that your purpose here is to simply understand who you are. Understand that you are who you are, and that is more than enough. You are meant to break down the barriers that have been imposed upon you from others, and to truly see yourself in likeness. Nothing more. It is all an experience to help you become one with all that is. It takes many lifetimes to grow and expand into that great knowledge. But each life builds upon the next. The shifting has begun. Many people feel it. They don't understand what they feel. They just know that something is coming. And we want to reassure humanity that it does not mean it is the end of your world. It is the end of an old paradigm of beliefs that no longer serve you in the direction that humanity is trying to go. That means that people's beliefs and perceptions are changing as a whole and as a collective. People's understanding of what they once knew is changing. People are becoming more compassionate, understanding. The change that you see you should not fear it. Know that if you experience drastic change, it is meant to push you in the direction of your evolution. Follow your heart. Tune in to the frequency of that which you love. I know for many of you, it may seem as if Eileen repeats herself frequently. She says the same thing over and over. And that is because it is taking time for humanity to understand what she's saying or what she teaches. You are your only guide in this life. We assist you when you ask. We help you. But the rest is up to you. You must make the choices. You must walk the path. You must take action. 2021 is going to be the year where everyone transform into their light being. It will seem chaotic. But in the end, you will understand its purpose and its meaning. All we ask of you is to take time for yourself. Give yourself space and time to honor your emotions, Honor your feelings. Do not hide from them. Do not ignore them. Do not stuff them. They come up because you are meant to heal from those deep wounds you've carried for years. Be in alignment with what makes you happy. Do not concern yourself with others or what others believe or think. The only thing that matters is what you believe and what you think. Love yourself unconditionally. And know that you are special. You are unique. You bring so much value and worthiness to this world. No one could ever replace you. As you go through this evolutionary transition in your life, be grateful. Everyone is mastering themselves. Everyone is climbing the same mountain. It is the mountain of self. And when you reach the top, the journey, the experience will all begin to make sense as the clouds dissipate and you see things clearly. We thank you for giving us this time with you, for listening to our messages, for being open to hearing what we have to say and how we can assist you. We promise there will be much more to come. We have lots of amazing ideas for Eileen to share with you. Because as this shift occurs, many of you will need her guidance. Many of you will need her light. And she will assist you. That is all.
Is there anything else you have to say?
No.
And thank you for coming through and speaking. We are truly grateful. And when you are ready, please allow Eileen to come back.
Thank you.